Mark Pincus regains the Zynga crown, insanity with the Tesla Model S P85D, and Facebook Messenger gets its own domain. It's Wednesday, April 8th, and this is Crunch Report. Well, the CEO is back. Less than 2 years after handing over his post to Don Mattrick, Zynga founder Mark Pincus has reclaimed the chief executive role at the company. Zynga says that the changes are effective immediately, and in a statement, Mattrick said that he would return to Canada, where he's from. The company's stock was down 11% in after-hours trading following the somewhat surprising news. Interestingly, Pincus still controls 60% of voting shares at Zynga, so effectively, he could make this decision with or without support from the board. The Farmville heyday is over for Zynga. It was once quite popular on Facebook. The company has seen a decline in revenue, though, over the past 2 years. But after bottoming out in Q2 of last year, revenue has started to rebound. Zynga found huge success by publishing its games onto Facebook after launching the company in 2007. But when momentum started to shift to mobile games, the company found itself struggling. At the end of 2014, around 42% of the company had been with Zynga for less than a year. That's a lot of turnover. Well, Apple pushed out a free OS 10.10.3 Yosemite update today, which includes, among other things, a new Photos app. TechCrunch's Darrell Etherington spent a lot of time with Photos while it was still in beta, and has a great write-up of the new direction of Photos. It's essentially all of your pictures, when you need them, wherever you need them. Photos for OS 10 shines when it is hooked into iCloud Photo Library. That's Apple's cloud-based storage system that keeps photos synced across Macs and iPhones and iPads, and soon, Apple Watches. That means if you edit a photo on your phone, say, it's updated everywhere. Your moments, your collections, your time-based organizations of photos also synced. Another great feature, iCloud Photo Library lets you maximize your computer's storage space by only keeping recently accessed pics in full res. The others are available to download if you so desire. Apple also rolled out iOS 8.3 today, which is great news for emoji lovers because there are 300 new ones. Yay! Time to party! The update also includes support for wireless CarPlay communications in cars that support it, new junk and spam filters for iMessage, and iCloud Photo Library support, which syncs with the new Photos app in OS 10. Here at TechCrunch, we just love ourselves a fancy car, even if we don't have too many of our own, and that's why everybody was very jealous of Greg Komparek, who got to spend 3 days test driving Tesla's new Model S P85D, which has a base price of $105,000, a 17-inch screen in the dash, and is both fast and powerful and quiet and comfortable. You may have heard that the P85D has what's called insane mode, meaning that it goes from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, which is so powerful, Greg says that even going up a steep San Francisco hill made him feel like he was strapped to a rocket. That sounds dangerous, actually. Conveniently, a front-facing camera will watch for speed limit signs and lets you know if you are speeding. Couple negatives that Greg found. Not a ton of storage space in a car that's that big, no video playback in the huge screen for times when you're not driving, and Tesla's charging network needs to get bigger fast before it's really going to suit the needs of a regular person driving a long distance between regular charging stations. Don't miss Greg's full review and video of his absolutely insane 3 days, and have a napkin handy to wipe the drool from your mouth. Facebook just set Messenger free from competing with your news feed and notifications when using Facebook on the web, because Messenger.com is Facebook's new standalone chat interface that's rolling out worldwide today for English users with support for other languages soon. So this doesn't replace anything. You can still send messages from Facebook.com or via the Messenger mobile app. But if you send a lot of messages, you're talking a lot to your friends, and you find yourself on a desktop computer all the time, you might prefer Messenger.com to the full Facebook experience. A couple things it doesn't have: ability to record and send audio messages, or send a photo from your webcam, or use the new Messenger platform content sharing apps. And no word on when Facebook will release a desktop client for Messenger, which would really free it from the browser altogether. And now for a TechCrunch exclusive. Matt Lindley reports that Apple bought Drift, that's Drift with a Y, a startup that develops keyboard apps. In fact, it bought Drift last year, but it just decided to keep quiet about it. Apple does that sometimes. Randy Marsden, who's the chief technology officer at Drift and also a co-founder of Swipe, seems to have joined Apple last September according to his LinkedIn profile, and now leads development for Apple's internal keyboard efforts. Financial terms of the deal were not available, although the name Drift might be familiar to you. It was a finalist in the TechCrunch Disrupt Startup Battlefield back in 2013. The keyboard appears on screen only when a user places their fingers on the display, so it's basically a keyboard for tablets that tracks your fingers' movements. Now, with the release of iOS 8, Apple opened up its API for the first time and allowed users to download third-party keyboards, which were extremely popular and jumped to the top of the App Store chart. So we'll be following this development. And that's it for the report today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com, and we will see you tomorrow.